Alright folks, Acid Roots here with part 6 of Diddy's Conquest. And let's get out of crunk, shall we? Let's get this guy knocked out and finally have some fun with the rest of the game. But unfortunately, before we do that, we're going to have to pay the money, which I said last time, is we're going to have to get some money to pay for the flight to get out of here. So, because I have to save so I don't have to fight this asshole again if I get a game over. That's the thing. I mean, I wish that these games would have kept the money and life function, because they just reset, and I don't know why they do that. There's really no point to getting 1-ups because you lose them when you turn off the Nintendo. So this is kind of, I mean, for 1995 it was still clever. That's my phone. I don't know if you heard that, but so oh, wait a second. Alright, so yeah, I mean, just paying attention to what am I trying to say here? Yeah, I mean, there just needed to be a better function for keeping the lives, because it's basically pointless. I mean, imagine having like 85 lives and turning off the Nintendo or something and going back to 4. All that effort that you put into it is just kind of pointless. But I feel like some people dislike the idea of you doing marathon, beating the game in one session kind of thing. I just think, you know, despite probably not knowing what a speed run was back in 95, that it was pretty encouraged. Beat the game in one sitting, you can do it. But then I guess I kind of like that, because that just means, I mean, considering that this is like a 5 or 6 hour game, it's like, fuck it, you know, you don't need to go to work. It's not like I care. I'm on Nintendo's side, I agree. You know, actually play this game for 5 or 6 hours. You know, get some pizza, get Pizza Hut or Papa John's or something, you know. I'm with them. But yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of this asshole. If you look at his club that he has that he hits you with, it actually has nails in it, which is pretty violent for an E-rated game. I mean, you can imagine getting hit by that and getting a nail stuck in your head. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, this was just an overall good game. Definitely one of my favorites growing up. So, but it was just too bad that the Donkey Kong for the Nintendo 64 wasn't that good. I mean, it was okay, but I just didn't like every stage in that game. That's probably why I'm not going to do too many N64 games, because a lot of them are really belated. I mean, I feel like these games, the Super Nintendo and in some cases NES, kind of stand the test of time, but a lot of N64 stuff, while it is good, it's kind of overrated in some cases. I mean, a lot of it, I mean, they were lengthy games that served their point, but playing them now, it's kind of goofy. So I just have more appreciation for the 2D games these days, more so than the 3D ones. But I do like Banjo-Kazooie. That's definitely a classic even today, but the sequel, not as much, and stuff like that. But yeah, so basically why we're going back to these stages is because I need money. And I said that, but we're not going to be able to progress. And the only way I could get to the next world is by beating the boss again. And I don't want to do that, because the boss pissed me off. So I'm just going to... You would think that I could just do that. And obviously this guy's not going to give us anything. I was thinking he was going to give us like some sort of treat or power-up or something. Nope. Big old bucket of nope. What that was. Well, you know, if you're thinking, do we make any progress in this video? And the answer is yes. We're going to get to World 4. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how to do it. So this is kind of an extracurricular episode. So if you really want to see progress, then just go to part 7. But yeah, I do feel like this game is a little bit short just to kind of speed through, so I definitely am glad that this part exists. So it's a good chance. It's kind of like intermission in the movies, you know, like a Lord of the Rings or Hobbit or Godfather size movie, something like that. I can't think of any long movies, but There's other ones, I know. 3-hour ones, Ocean's 11, some shit like that. Just fuck around and go refill your popcorn. I would even say make a quick trip by the gas station, get yourself a 2-liter. Chances are most people live within 4 or 5 minutes of a gas station, so I mean, imagine that. Imagine doing that. Imagine like leaving your house right now, hopping in your vehicle, driving to the gas station, getting a 2-liter of wild cherry Pepsi, and being back before this episode's over. I mean, you've got 9 minutes to do it, viewers, so you better hurry. Better haul ass. I'll be waiting. So, but so yeah, this is just the basic kind of concept and shit. Is just needing to get some extra money. So I do like these swamp stages, at least the ones that are like this. I mean, I'm not so much a fan of the bramble stages, but I do understand their point. So. Dixie definitely makes this part easier, I would have to say. Yeah, so I like the fact that frozen pizzas now have stuffed crust, because I purchased like Red Baron, and I've gotten cheese pizza that many times, but then they just unveiled like a stuffed crust cheese pizza, so I definitely had to pick that up. And I don't know if it's just gonna be around for like a limited time or whatever, but I was just like, fuck it, I've got to get that. You know, it's definitely good nighttime fare for my nighttime adventures. Just eat. There's nothing like eating a frozen pizza at 3 o'clock in the morning. This feels good, and I've done that many a time watching like Jealous Guy videos and the like. I actually used to watch Jealous Guy videos drinking beer, but you know, that was a bunch of fun. So, yeah, welcome to World 4, which basically is another clever rendition, which is just being in beehives. This really happens to kind of be the thing. I feel like this is a clever, because I don't know how many games really had you go into a beehive. I mean, it's definitely, they weren't doing stuff like this in the first Donkey Kong, so they really pulled out some clever ideas between the Bramble and then these. So it's good stuff. It's just fun. That's why this game was such a winner back in the day. But I get kind of pissed off here, so get ready for some like behind the scenes kind of rage, just because I keep losing the spider. And then it pisses me off because I want the spider, and then I go back and try to hit the enemies, but then I lose the spider. You get the idea. But yeah, I really wonder if you could hear the phone as it went off. I have my headset on, so I don't know if it would have picked up on it, but it might have. That happened last year when I was playing Blackthorn. It was the same thing. I did Blackthorn last summer when it was 4th of July in America, and there were fireworks going off, and I was like, oh yeah, I bet you can hear this. And then I listened to the episode, and I was like, no, you couldn't. So I think the headset kind of protects it for the most part, but which is too bad, because you know, it'd be kind of an extracurricular. I don't know how many people do LPs on 4th of July, and you know, their neighbors do fireworks, and it's like, oh yeah, you know. So, but speaking of which, you know, 4th of July is coming up, so they might just do that this year. Maybe I'll go outside and film some of it, and I'll just throw it in an episode so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But I don't know if I'll still be doing Donkey Kong 2 by that point. I mean, we've got basically like another 2 weeks, something like that. But or at least at World 4 of 7. So there's actually 8 worlds in this game if you count the Lost World, but I'm not going to bother getting 100% this time. I just don't see the point. Maybe if YouTube weren't such a kind of hellish place anymore, I would do it, but Definitely wanted to get those banana coins, because I figure I would need them. Never know when you'll need money for a save point. That's the thing. Here's something to remember. Each world that you go to, the first time you go to a save point, it's going to be free. But if you have to keep saving, that's where they start charging. So the first one's always free. I don't know if that's like a PG term, but you know, just you should keep that in mind. But yeah, the answer is you need the spider, so try to keep a hold of him because he's gonna help. And that's why I'm getting so pissed off and being kind of janky with my playing. It's just because the answer is you need the guy. So Dixie helps also, just because of some of these bees and stuff. So yeah, definitely you're going to see a lot of the bees in World 4. That's the thing. Get used to them. I think a lot of people hated them back in the 90s, but they just said, you know, the developers were like, well, we're going to make a whole world. Since you hate these bees so much, you're going to go to the beehive. So it's probably exactly what they were thinking, too. Trying to think, you can think of other enemies. Like, yeah, you can go to a porcupine's nest or something and deal with all of them, but nope, just the bees. Yep, just kind of taking it easy, trying to figure out what my next move is on acidic root that's still in mind. Basically have stuff going on there, but I'm gonna have to hit up Cobalt. He's been kind of on vacation from the channel, considering that I completed year 6, but I have more uses for him that I'm gonna have to augment. I'm really gonna need his help in the future, but I just don't know for what yet. I want to start doing montages again, but I just am kind of running out of like ideas. And that was the thing. I mean, just 6 months ago, back in late 2020, I had like the winter montage, and I was gonna do there was some other montage, I don't remember what it was, but I was gonna do multiple montages around this time. I think I was gonna do like another days with acidic roots and stuff like that, but I definitely was gonna do a winter montage. And yeah, I don't remember. I mean, if you would have talked to me like 2 months ago, I would have told you another montage that I was gonna do, but it's kind of been out of sight, out of mind. But we are gonna get the DK coin if you're actually paying attention to the game. It's like, yeah, we're gonna get the DK coin, and at least some of these I'm gonna attempt to do with finesse here. I think I can at least get to 60% completed, which is, you know, that's a D minus. You know. But, yeah, so. So yeah, you want the spider for this part just because it gets trickier to kind of get past some of these points, and they know that it is. I mean, this is actually a more difficult stage than I remember it being, which is just kind of the thing, so I wasn't expecting it to say that much. Yeah, we're just going to use Dixie. She'll handle that rather well. That's as far as the spider would have gotten. Yep, so welcome to World 4, folks. That's the thing. For people who actually have not seen this game one way or the other, say you'd have to be pretty lucky to find my file with the sheer lack of subscribers I have and find this video first, but you get the idea. So we're going to save, and then we'll get further in part 7. Subscribe for more fun. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. Get crunk.